Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Susie and I'll be teaching you how to open and close a jump ring. The first thing I want to explain about opening and closing a jump ring is that I like to look at it as if it's a clock. So where the opening of the jump ring is will be at 12 o'clock midnight. And then what I want you to do is actually take your left hand, and I'm going to use another jump ring for this. I want you to pick up the jump ring with your left hand, and I want you to place it into a pair of pliers, which is in your right hand. I want you to grab the jump ring at 3 o'clock. So you can see I've grabbed this right around 3 o'clock. And you should grab it firmly so that it can't be moved around. If I touch it, you see it's not going to fall out of my pliers. The next thing you'll want to do is pick up a second pair of pliers. Now for this one, I like to use a bent nose plier, and the reason is if you turn it around and use the curved side, you'll see that this is going to grab a whole lot more of my jump ring. So holding it again with my flat nose pliers at 3 o'clock, I want to come in and I want to shoot for 9 o'clock. But basically I'm going to grab half of the left-hand side of the jump ring. Now once I do this, I have a firm grasp with both sides. You don't want to start moving until you have firmly grasped the jump ring. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the right side toward me and push the left side away from me. Just like so. And now I've opened the jump ring. Now you've seen I've opened it about a quarter of the way. You don't want to open it too much. If you open it way far wide, you're going to basically mangle the ring so that when you go to close it, it may not close properly again. And it may not close back into a perfect circle. So just about a quarter of the way open is usually fine, but it will depend on the project that you're working on as to how much you want to open this jump ring. So let's just do a couple more of these, and then I'm going to show you another way to do this. So again, pick up the jump ring with your left hand, grab at 3 o'clock, pick up your other pair of pliers with the curved side facing the jump ring, grab it around 9 o'clock, and then pull with the right, push with the left. So this pull with the right and push with the left is appropriate for a right-handed person. If you're left-handed, I would actually recommend that you open your jump rings in the opposite direction, but that's for another discussion at another time. So now that we've learned how to open and close a jump ring using 2 pairs of pliers, I want to show you this little jump ring opening tool. Now the whole point of this tool is for opening jump rings only. This is not for closing jump rings. It will not give you a good closure every time, especially as you start working with different size jump rings. So something I want to explain to you is that this little jump ring opener has different size notches. So these notches are to accommodate the different gauges of rings. So the rings that I've been opening, this is a 16 gauge jump ring. So this is going to actually fit into this largest slot here. So as I'm opening, I want to have the jump ring opener on my finger so that the 16 gauge slot faces in towards the center of my body. So when I pick up the jump ring, you can see now my left hand is free. I can again grab the jump ring at 3 o'clock, slide it into the slot. You see that the midnight is still in really the same position. I'm still aiming for that 9 o'clock area, and I'm just going to pull back towards me, and with my hand I'm pushing. Now the downside of these jump ring openers is that they are only made in one size. So if you don't have a medium-sized hand or a medium-sized finger, this will either slide around on you too much if your finger's too small, or it may just not fit on your finger at all. So it's real convenient to use if it will fit you, but it doesn't fit everybody. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. This is mainly a speed tool, and what it does is, like I said, frees up that left hand so I can quickly pick up my next jump ring, grab it at 3 o'clock with a pair of pliers, put it into the slot, and have that open. Now that we have all our jump rings open, let's learn how to close jump rings. So again, what I want to do is pick up my jump ring with my left hand. I'm going to use my pliers in my right hand to grab the jump ring at around 3 o'clock. Now this time, when I use my bent nose pliers, I'm going to actually turn these around to the pointy side. So the pointy side will be coming in and grabbing this jump ring. So again, I want to try and grab this at around 9 o'clock, maybe just a little below the 9 o'clock. As you practice, you'll start to get a feel for just where to grab this jump ring in the right place to get the best torque behind you, or to, feel where the metal is bending most easily. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. You can see I've grasped the jump ring firmly on both sides. I don't want to start moving until I've done that. And you know that we've been moving in this pull and push motion. So we're going to continue doing this kind of motion. But what I want you to also do when you try and close the jump ring is I want you to actually be pushing in at the same time. So let me just show you this one time. And I'm actually pushing in so that I'm going to pass where these meet up, and you may be able to see that they overlap just slightly, so that when I pull this back, the jump ring's going to meet up almost exactly. And we want to have a perfect closure. Okay, so let's do that one more time. So again, this time, I'm going to pick it up with my left hand, grab it around 3 o'clock, bring my left hand pliers in, grab it around 9 o'clock or just below that, and now I'm going to push with my right, pull with my left, and I'm also pushing these prongs in towards each other as I'm doing this. So that way it's going to just overlap just ever so slightly here. And then when I pull it back, it should meet up exactly. And that one I had much more success with. So that's basically all there is to opening and closing a jump ring. Thank you.